Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Sugar Pills, a practical guide to self-care. If you're listening on our podcast, if you're joining us on the Lux Life YouTube channel, then welcome as well. And for those of you who are listening on the podcast, we might be doing a Q&A at the end. I might be interacting with the comments. So be sure to head over to our YouTube channel, Candy Washington, the Lux Life with Candy Washington, if you want that interactivity, if you want to be able to jump in on that Q&A and get that real community experience. And with that, let's dive into today's episode, which will be how to manifest anything you want quickly through scripting. And by the end of this episode, by the end of this video, I will have given you a step-by-step guide on how to use scripting to manifest what you want in your life. But before we dive in, don't forget that we are doing a 7-day Level Up Your Life challenge. It kicks off on March 1st, but if you grab your ticket, then you get immediate and instant access to our Lux Life VIP group. Tonight, we're actually doing our first weekly coaching call. So if you grab your ticket now, you'll have access to that coaching call. We have the free Journey to Self-Love journal. You also get that when you sign up. And then you also get access to our library of self-care, self-love, and manifestation resources. If you join the 7-day Level Up Your Life challenge, it's linked in the description box, then you get lifetime access to our VIP group. I'll talk more about that at the end of the video, but just wanted to give you guys a heads up to go ahead and grab your 7-day Level Up Your Life challenge ticket because it comes with so many freebies. So yes, so before we dive in, I wanted to say hi to Kamiko. Hey, sweetheart, how are you? Thank you for joining us. Yes, and you guys, I'm gonna walk through the steps for scripting. But if you have questions, if you have comments, put it in the chat box, put it in the comment box below. And once I walk through everything, I can go back and go through your questions. So put it in the chat box. So first, let's talk about what is scripting, right? What is it? So I define scripting as writing down what you want to experience in your life as if it has already happened. So you're literally writing the script for your life. So you know a script in like a movie or a TV show, the writer will write the script and then the actors will go and act it out. So they're creating something as if it has already happened. You can do the same when it comes to manifesting and designing your own life. You are the author of your life. You get to write the script. You get to decide what you can be, what you can have, and what you can do in this life if you consciously choose to do so. And one of the best tools to use is scripting. Scripting is also great to get really clear on what it is that you actually want. And I'll talk about that a little bit later when I go through each of the steps. So the first way to script is, let me actually start one step back before I dive into that. You can script in the morning, you can script at night, you can script during the day when you just happen to feel inspired. I personally like to script in the morning because that's when I'm sort of the most connected. Sorry. That's when I'm most connected to my higher self. It's that really nice sweet spot between conscious waking and that dream state where you can just get into a flow, you can really connect to it, but you can script anytime, either at the morning, either at night, or whenever you feel inspired. And another great thing about scripting is that it gets you in that place of gratitude. And as we all know, gratitude is one of the most powerful feelings, emotions that we can have as human beings. Gratitude is really what attracts more abundance and joy and happiness and calmness and peace in our lives. Already being grateful for what you have and then having the faith to express gratitude for what you want but have not yet seen. Being able to do that is such a powerful tool to design and consciously create your life. So with that, let's go through some ways that you can script your life. So one thing, and again, this is sort of like my morning routine, but you can take bits and pieces of it and make it your own. But this is just what my step-by-step routine is. So the first is I do a gratitude list, right? And this is your normal gratitude list. Like, I am so thankful that I woke up today. I'm so grateful that I have a roof over my head. I'm so grateful for good health. Just sort of those day-to-day things that can be big or small. Like sometimes we take being able to walk, being able to talk for granted. There are people who are unable to do those things. There are people who don't have food, who don't have running water, who don't have clean clothes. Like that is true. So you can make the gratitude list, and I usually do 5 to 10 things of just those ordinary things that sometimes we take for granted. Because when you're able to step back and see all of the abundance that is already in your life, then that kind of eliminates anxiety and depression and feeling the lack when you're able to stop in a place of gratitude for everything that is so abundant in your life. Even if it's just, thank you, God, that the sun is shining. Thank you, universe, that, I have books to read. I'm so happy and grateful that I have an iPhone or whatever it is. Just those things that we take for granted. They can be big or small, but get into that flow, get into that vibration, get into that space of recognizing all of the abundance that is already in your life and that is already available to you. Next, I do 5 to 10 goals. And what's really important to know here, also with scripting, is that you always want to write it in the present or the past tense. We do not want to use the future tense when we're goal setting and when we are scripting in this particular way, right? Like, yes, we know that goals are future things we want to accomplish. Like in 3 months, we want to make this amount of money. In 6 months, we want to be in this type of relationship. Yes, we know it's on a timeline, but remember, we're manifesting, we're creating, we're consciously deciding. So what we're doing is we are showing gratitude for it and intentionality for it as if it has already happened. So you don't want to say, I'm so happy and grateful when I get the new job, or when I buy the house, or when I have a 6-pack abs, or whatever it is, right? You don't want to put it in the future because you're making it separate from you. You want to write it as if it is happening now. Like, I am so happy and grateful for, my new job that I have and I'm making X amount of more money. I'm so happy and grateful that my body is so fit, toned, and lean. I'm so happy and grateful that, my business is taking off and da 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 da. Or you can do it in the past tense. Like, I'm so happy and grateful that I attracted my soulmate. I'm so happy and grateful that I got their promotion or whatever it is. So when you're doing your goal setting, you always want to make sure that you are talking in present tense, the I am, like you have it now, or the past tense, like you're grateful that it already has happened. Again, these are things that you want to attract, but we're speaking it and we're living from the end result. This is what it means to live in the end. So Neville Goddard, who's all about the law of assumption, this is what it means to live in the end. When you are grateful, when you feel as if you've already received what you have yet to see. That is living in the end. And by see, I mean see in the physical world, not in our imaginations, because that's like visualizing and all that great stuff. That is what living in the end is. And when you're writing down your goals, and let me make clear the difference between the gratitude list and the goals list. So the gratitude list is you are saying what you're grateful for that is already here. You already have it. It's already here. I'm, so happy and grateful for my job that I have. But the goals is I'm so happy and grateful that I received the promotion at my job. You see the difference? So the gratitude list is for what is already showing up in your world that you're grateful for. Your goals list is what you're showing gratitude for that you're calling into your life. So those are 2 different lists, but you're still speaking as if it is now and if it is here and if you have it. So I just wanted to clarify that. And then the third thing that I do, and again, these are 3 different things. You can do 1 of them, 2 of them, a couple of them, however you want to do it. But the third, which is the actual sort of the crux of it all, is the actual scripting. Okay. Now, the way that scripting differs from your gratitude list, from your goal setting list, is that scripting is actually writing the story of what you want. It's actually putting context to it. And again, you're writing this in the present tense or the past tense. Like you're writing it like, yesterday was such a beautiful day. I woke up in my new home and I absolutely love it. It's decorated exactly the way I want it to be. I then went to a fabulous coffee shop with my friends and we went shopping. Then I came home and my wonderful husband had gotten me this, da, 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 da. Then I checked my email and I saw that I had gotten, 15 new clients. Like whatever it is, right? Whatever it is, you're writing it as if it has already happened. It's like you're writing in your diary and you're writing in your diary what your dream day was. And earlier I talked about how scripting can really help you get clear about what you want. So say you're in a position or in a place where you're like, I don't really know what I want. I don't really know what I want to manifest. I don't know what I want to attract. I don't know what I want to do or any of that stuff. Scripting is a great way to get clear on that. And what I mean by that is just ask yourself, what is the truest version of me if there were no limitations? Like deep in your heart, deep in your intuition, you know the person you want to be. You know the life you want to have. It's just clearing out the clutter and the thoughts in order to get there. So if you sat down and you asked yourself, what is the truest version of me if there were no limitations? Take all the limitations off. What is the truest version of me? And then write down, what would my ideal day look like? And just let it flow. Again, as if you're living it, or if it has already happened. Is the truest version of you abundant and confident and accomplished and loved and chosen and all of those things? Well, what does that look like for you? And let it flow. And then you can go back, and then that is your intuition. That is your guidance system, really tapping into the truest version of yourself when you clear the clutter of all your self-limiting beliefs. So scripting is a great way to even get clarity on what it is you want to manifest and what it is you want to bring into your world and experience in your life. It's a great way to get clarity. So again, the 3 different ways to script, and it's all there, but scripting itself, it's really that last one. It's really just writing down, what was your ideal day? What was your ideal week look like? What was an amazing experience or moment that you have? And remember the trick with all 3 of these, with the gratitude list, with the goal setting list, with the scripting, is that you don't want to just write and feel nothing. You don't want to write and be detached. You don't want to come from a place of, oh, if I just write this over and over and over again, I'll get it. So let me just get this out of the way and write down this stuff so I can get what I want. No. It's really taking the time to sit with it, to envision it in your mind. On your ideal day when you're scripting, what does the coffee smell like? Who are you with? Who are you talking to? Are these old friends? Are these new friends? Is it, your current lover, a new husband, whatever it is? What does it smell like? What city are you in? What does your linen feel like? What does your office look like? Are you in a big city? Are you in a town? Like, you want to really immerse yourself in the experience. And this is what Neville Goddard talks about when he talks about living in the end. You really want to live in the end. Because when you're able to live in the end in your own imagination, when you know what it feels like, you know what it smells like, you know what it tastes like, you know what it looks like, it has no choice by law, universal and spiritual law, but to come to you. If you see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hand, and that is law. That is the truth. But that's where a lot of people get tripped up. They get really into the inertia, writing the list, scripting it out, saying the affirmations, having the flashcards, but they forget to actually connect to it, to actually take that time to embody it, to be in it. Because you can just write things all day long. That's not making any energetic movement. That's not making any energetic, quantum leaps. The trick is to really sit with it and to be in it. What does it actually feel like when you get that promotion? What does it actually feel like when you have that loving relationship that you want? What does it feel like when you get to travel, when you get to buy your new home, when you get to get your new car, when you get to have inner peace, when you get to have divine influence, when you get what you want? What does that actually feel like? Because when you're able to embody that feeling, when you're able to get into that space, then that is how you then go into the world and show up as. And that is what is actually attracting everything you want. Because when you show up as the future version of you, your life, your experience has no choice but to come up and match you to it. So when you show up as that confident woman or man, when you show up as that loved and chosen woman or man, when you show up as that clear, focused, self-respecting person who knows that they already have everything they want, so they're not seeking validation from anybody else because they already know it's theirs. When you show up as your highest, truest form, then other people, this world, this life, have no choice but to conform to how you are now showing up in the world. And that is why scripting is so powerful, is because if you utilize it in the right way, it energetically puts you in the position to be that future version of yourself that you're calling into the world. Because you can't still show up as your same self, and just because you wrote some stuff down, thinking that things will change on the outside of you. Sorry, guys. Got a little tickle in my throat. Woo, we're going to work through it, guys. We're going to work through the tickle. But that is what I mean by... Woo, sorry. But that is what I mean by living in the end. Feel it. Embody it. Know what it looks and feels like to be that higher version of yourself. Oh, sorry about that, guys. That'll tickle in my throat. So with that, I'll go back through it. What is scripting? It's writing down. It's writing down what you want to experience in your life as if it has already happened. It's living in the end. It's literally writing and designing your future. How do you do it? 1, you do the gratitude list. You write down maybe 5 things that you are grateful for that has already come to you, that is already manifested, that is already now in your lived experience, to get to that place of abundance, to get to that place of knowing that you already have so much abundance around you. The second is goal setting. Again, even though what you're writing down are things that you want to accomplish, that you want to have, that you want to do in the future, write it in the present tense or the past tense as if you've already had it, whatever that goal is, right? An example of this is what I said before. Your gratitude list is, I'm so happy and thankful for having a job that I love. Your goal setting list is, I'm so happy and grateful for my amazing promotion where I'm getting paid 25% more. Gratitude list is what is now. Goal list is for what is to come. And then scripting would be actually contextualizing it, writing a story about it. So scripting would be like, today was such a great day at work. I walked in, everyone was all smiles. My boss called me into the office. He told me I was doing such a great job. I'm such a value add to the company that they want to promote me and that they're going to give me 25%, more of my salary. I'm so excited. After that, we went to lunch. I ordered, the Cobb salad and I got a really great spritzer. The spritzer was peach. It tastes so good. It's like, that is what scripting is. It's imagining the event. It's imagining the experience and writing it down as if it has already happened. And remember, the trick to really attracting this to you is to feel it. It's not going to work if you're just checking things off your list. Oh, I wrote the gratitude. I did some goals. I did the scripting. that's not going to work. You have to feel it. You have to see it. You have to embody it so that who you are then shows up differently in the world. And that puts you on the energetic plane to attract what it is that you want. Okay, so if you guys have any questions, you can put it in the chat box or you can put it down below if you're watching the replay. Again, sorry, I had something tickle my throat during that, but we worked through it. And for you guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this channel, because your self-love, your self-care journey is always better with some community. Don't forget that we are kicking off our 7-day Level Up Your Life challenge on March 1st. We kick off, but the tickets are on sale now, and we are starting our first weekly coaching call in our Lux Life VIP group. So if you join our 7-day Level Up Your Life challenge, you get lifetime access to our Lux Life VIP group. You get a free copy of our Journey to Self-Love journal, and you also get access to our growing self-love, self-care, and manifestation library. So we're just getting kicked off, so it's growing, and we're just super excited. And you also get access to a very supportive, amazing community. So, and if you have any questions, you can always email me at assistant@candywashington.com, and we'll get back to you. You can head over to Instagram at Candy Washington, give me a follow, shoot me a DM, and I will connect with you directly there. But I think that is it. And I also challenge you to, in the comment box when you're watching this, I challenge you to write down one thing that you want to manifest as if it is in the present tense, as if you already have it, and make it a mini script. Maybe that's like 1 sentence or 2 sentences, a mini script where you can actually really feel what it feels like to have had that happen, to feel what it feels like to have already received and achieved your goal, right? So I challenge you to put that in the chat box below. Until next time, everybody, be well. Thank you so much for joining me. Mwah. Until next time, take care of yourself and each other. Bye.